Next on Iowa's News Channel.
The feeling of faith, it was just good, you know, just made you feel good.
Just days away from his funeral, Eastern Iowans remember how Pope John Paul touched their lives. Today, President Bush, along with former Presidents Clinton and Bush, paid their respects to Pope John Paul II. Continuing coverage of the passing of the Pope is our top story this Wednesday on your KWWL News at 6. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ann Curian. Ron has the night off. During his visit to Iowa in 1979, Pope John Paul urged Iowans to be good stewards of the land and to help end world famine. News Channel 7's Dave Roberts live in our Waterloo newsroom tonight. And Dave, today you talk to a man who was there in 1979 about how he remembers the Pope.
Don Mussman lived in Ankeny when Pope John Paul II visited Iowa. He took his 3 children with him to the event, and he says it's something he'll never forget.
When he got ill this last time, you know, we started talking about, you know, how we were there and that type of thing.
Don Mussman remembers the day well.
And when we got there that morning, it was still dark. And we took blankets and things, pillows and stuff, and we took crackers and food and stuff, because we knew it was going to be an all-day thing.
On that crisp October morning, 350,000 people crowded the fields of Living History Farms to see the Holy Father.
Look at that. Just massive people. I never seen so many people.
Mussman sat only 40 yards from the Pope, and now, after his death, halfway around the world in Rome, Mussman feels just as close to John Paul II as he did on that October morning.
You know, it was unreal, how pumped we were, how the feeling of faith, it was just good, you know, just made you feel good.
For generation upon generation.
During his trip to Iowa, the Pope wanted to meet many people while encouraging farmers to be good stewards of the land to help end famine around the world. Well, he did meet Don Mussman and 350,000 of his fellow Iowans. Dave Roberts, Iowa's News Channel 7, live in the newsroom.
Thanks, Dave, for that story. In 1985, a church was built where the Pope spoke. It will be open Friday from noon to 4 for the Pope's funeral. Stay with KWWL, KWWL.com, and NBC for continuing coverage on the passing of the Pope. The funeral mass for John Paul II will be held this Friday morning. Be sure to watch or just set your VCR or DVR to KWWL. We'll have complete coverage of the Pope's funeral Friday beginning at 2:50 a.m., followed by Today in Iowa at 6 a.m.